Today I'm going to unbox 1565 Siege of Malta, published by Worthington Publishing. And this is a game designed by Maurice Suckling, and it's part of their Great Sieges series, of which I think they have maybe at least 3, maybe 4 games in this series. And I just did a video earlier this week, and I'll put a link to it in the description below, talking about the development of solo games in our hobby, primarily through DBG and Worthington. And I did not have any of the Worthington Great Sieges games, which are solo only games, or at least this one is a solo only game. And so to me, this looks like it's kind of continuing on into what I kind of call their static battle series, where it's a set battle. It's not done by hex or counter, and you're making decisions to move at kind of destined locations, but based on the card play dice or what have you. So this looks like this is kind of following in that series a little bit, and really excited about this. And I saw this, and I actually contacted Grant Wylie of Worthington, and he was very kind to send this to me. So big thanks out to Grant and to Worthington Publishing for this. Really appreciate that, because this looks really interesting and really fits into what I was just talking about in that earlier video. I wish I'd had it at that point, because this fits right into that. So take a look at that video and then add whatever I say about this onto that as an addendum. So looking at the back here, as you can see, what I was saying on the, what I kind of call, this is my only term, the static battle, but you have preset locations on the board, and then you're going to move your units based on the cards or what have you to other predestined locations on that board, and basically recreate the battle as you have it. As I said in that earlier video, one thing about Worthington is they have some of the best components and best production value in the business. They're also kind of their claim to fame is not necessarily introductory war games, but easy and accessible war games. They're not overly complex. Someone who's getting into the hobby can pick one of these games up and get into it without a whole lot of mess or fuss. Now, they don't have a ton of complexity, and so they're for your crusty grognard, probably not going to be fulfill your appetite for your wargaming experience. But for me, I like the solo aspect, I like the production value, and I like that there's something you can pick up and play pretty easily. As it says right here, is designed for easy setup, quick gameplay, and can be finished in under an hour. I mean, so these are really easy to get to the board, get playing, and have your experience. The other thing that I need to say about the reason why this title interests me so much, and one thing I need to say about Worthington is publishing titles like this, that this is covering something that is rarely, if ever, covered. The 1565 Siege of Malta, which was one of the greatest sieges in military history, a very important event, but rarely covered. I think I have one game on it. I don't know if it's a strategy and tactics or a command, but it's a magazine game that covered it. And this looks better. I mean, this looks easier, of course. And that was a hex encounter game, and magazine games have a tendency to get kind of caught up in their own rules sometimes. This one, the map and everything looks somewhat similar as far as it's the same area, but this looks a lot easier to get to and to understand, and that's something that I really like. So I like the ease of play. I like solitaire. I like covering topics that are rarely covered. and covering them in new and unique ways. So this Great Siege series, this will be my first attempt at that. I'm really excited to see how that develops. Grant, I might be sending you another email on this after we tear into this. And what it said on the back there, being able to get it to the, play in under an hour, get it set up and played under an hour, I mean, that's music to my ears. I might be trying this one out even today still. So you have very, very nice art there. Good, thick boxes. Again, that's just consistent with Worthington's quality. You get a bag of baggies. Everybody loves that. You get a battle record. So this is something where you can, and Worthington games are starting to do that, is you can keep a battle record. So you can keep a date and who won and stuff like that. So it's pretty nice. I mean, it's glossy, little battle book there to keep track of your plays. And for a solo game, that is kind of a nice little add there, because when you're playing against opposed, you have the shared experience, but when you're playing solo, you want to you might want to record what happened and how it happened. Here's the rules. There are 12 pages, and that is with designer notes and with a lot of examples. So the rules themselves, it looks like, are only 9 pages long. They're full color. They're dual column. They have some special notes and examples in there. And so this really doesn't look that hard to get into. Sequence and play, that's always very important in a solo game, because that really kind of controls the whole game of how you need to go, what you do, what the AI does, and then any kind of cleanup or administrative type stuff. Here's cards. And you've got some wooden blocks in here. And so there you have it. That's the rules. As I said, that looks nice. Then you have your Turkish order of battle here. Wow, that's really nice. So you've got your different orders here. And then aggressive commander action. So that's pretty cool. And then you have a sequence of play here on the back. Then you have the Knights Order book. So this was basically, this is the kind of the Muslims versus the Christians, but Turkish versus the Knights here. So you have their orders, which they have 7, map, aggressive commander action, and a chart here for this. So yeah, this is looking interesting. I really am kind of excited to see how this plays out. Map board mounted, of course. We'll take a look at that a little later. This is something that Worthington's doing more now. I don't know if all their games do that, but they might. I have several that do this now that I bought from them. You have this, as far as this tray, you got a little tray to keep all your stuff in, and you got a bag of blocks there. Those are, I imagine those are the Turkish, and the white are the Knights. I would imagine you got some dice in there. You got some longer ones that look like there might be the fleets. So we have that, and then you have the cards here. So these are the Turkish cards. And I really haven't dove into how these games play very much. I really needed their St. Elmo's for St. Elmo's Fire. So, but nice cards. There's a little bit of a texture to them. They're not super thick, but they're decent quality. So this is basically a card-based game here, I imagine. And here's your different orders. Like I think there's 7 orders, so you got these 7 orders, and then how you use those aggressive commanders. So there's 4th aggressive commander. So you're going to keep track of, these are to keep track of your orders and to keep track of your aggressive commander actions there. So pretty cool. Nice looking cards there. Then we have the Knights. Look at those cards here. Nice backs there. A little bit of bowing there. If they're a little bit thicker or stiffer cards, that probably wouldn't happen. But then, you know, it's also they're still good quality, and there's a matting to them as well. Greek Fire, gonna have that. It's all kinds of stuff here. So, man, I just want to stop this video and set it up and go with it. And I might do some gameplay on this one. If it really is something you get done in under an hour, and once I kind of get the rules down and get comfortable with that, I might try to do a little bit of gameplay on this one. These are great. Grant, send me more if you're listening to this. These are awesome. Anyway, so I really want to get into this. If any of you have played this game or played any of the Great Sieges series, I don't know if Maurice Suckling has done all of them, but the Great Siege series from Worthington, let me know. Put some comments out there. What do you think about these? Are these as good as they look? I think they look really good. But are they? Is the gameplay there? Is the decisions there? Is it a solid game? Look at that. I'm gonna get most of it. So you got your Turk ammunition, the Turk musketry and janissaries, the Knights of St. John, Greek Fire Elite Knights. So you've got another little island over here. This is pretty cool. Be interesting how this plays out. But I imagine, you're going to have your forces, those blocks, set in a certain position, and then they're, as I said, this is kind of, I don't know, I got to come up with a better term, but the term I've been using is static, because it's kind of a set piece, and then you're moving blocks from, usually in some of these games, you're moving blocks from one position to another, or moving them on different tracks, and you're trying to accomplish taking over certain areas. So, and this is the Grand Harbor. And here's the fort at St. Elmo. This is really cool. And then you've got, Sicily up here and as an inset island. Oh, you couldn't see that because I pushed off. So you got Fort St. Elmo and Sicily up there. Couldn't quite get that on there. Sorry about that. So there you have it. I mean, nice mounted. This looks, God, I like everything about this. Again, if you're really wanting in big, meaty, chewy, multi-maps, thousands of counters, this is not your game. This is not something you would be interested in. But there's not a lot of games that would have that kind of treatment for this specific battle. But that's not the point of these series. These series, it looks like, are meant to be solo, meant to be easily played, easily set up, and easy to play and get to the table. They've got some great, player aids here. Nice thick paper there. This looks great. This is everything that I was wanting to see in this. Now I just need to get it to the table. So that's what you get in a box of 1565 Siege of Malta. Love to hear any thoughts on this. Anybody that's played this or anything in the series, what do they think about it? Is this what's the good? What's the bad? How replayable is it? What kind of decisions does it offer you? Love to hear all that. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Again, want to extend a very, very big thanks to Worthington Publishing and specifically to Grant for giving me the opportunity to crack this open. Now I'm going to get some gameplay, and I'm going to try to get some more content about this, and hopefully the rest of the series over time. As I said, this is looking very, very interesting. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you for spending some time with me. As I've been known to say, Your time is precious, so any minute or any second that you spend with me is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.